All right. I think you and I have to have a little chat about your attitude. Your attitude towards presentations specifically, but your attitude towards anything you don't want to do generally. The good news is, this little chat that we're about to have, well, this little chat will have the opportunity to change your life for the better. So, I hope you'll stick around. Hey, welcome to Eat Loud. My name is Rich Mulholland. I'm the founder and chief evangelist of Presentation Powerhouse Missing Link. And I want to chat to you about something, about my attitude and how I've tried to adjust it of late in a way that I think can impact your life. I want to start off by explaining to you a story of something that happened to me just last week. Or in fact, just this week. So I was speaking last week in Amsterdam and I had to fly home via Dubai, and I'd landed and I had to basically get off the airplane, clear customs, get home, change, shower, and then change, and then get back to do a tech check for an event I was doing the next day in Cape Town. And when I was riding on my motorbike to that tech check, I was all frustrated. Like, I can't believe that I have to go and do this stupid tech check, and why couldn't I do it in the morning, and blah, blah, blah. And I was already tired and frustrated, and I was fighting with everybody in my head on the way there, like almost riding too aggressively. And I thought, no, I've got to change my mind around this. This is absolutely ridiculous. Nobody's asking me to do anything bad. And I thought, like, I've got to reframe my mind. And I started thinking about it this way. I think about, well, I don't have to do anything. You know, my friend Nick Hernandez shared a great article with me a while ago, a Twitter thread, which we're going to share in the link down below. And it's by a guy called George Mack. And he talks about this thing called high agency, that we all have high agency. And this context is slightly different, like, but you'll see the link. But he talks about the idea that we all have a choice. Everything that we do in our life is a choice. I think all emotion is a choice. You know, my wife Jazz sometimes get irritated at things. And my first line, anytime she says to me, I'm so irritated, I say, irritation is a waste of an emotion. Like, irritation as an emotion serves no purpose. It just serves to make your day shitty and affects nobody else other than the people you have to be around while you're irritated. It doesn't help anything. Deciding to be irritated about something is the most unhelpful emotion you can ever have. And as I always think about this, I mean, this was me on my motorbike and I was irritated. I was irritated that I had to go and do this. And then I thought, well, where's my agency? What if I had a choice? You know, because you always have a choice. You choose everything. You choose to be angry. There's a great book, The Courage to be Disliked. I don't know if any of you have read it, but in that book, the author turns around and he says how we always choose to be angry even. He says, you're not angry, you're choosing to be angry. And the proof point for this is if you're having a fight with somebody, and then the phone rings and it's your mom. You don't pick up your phone and start shouting at your mom. You pick up your phone like, hi, mom, how are you? Amazing. Okay. Love to dad. See you soon. Okay, bye. I didn't decide to be angry again. Like, it's always a choice. Like, you are deciding to be angry. I was deciding to be angry that day. And then I came up with a reframe. And since I came up with that reframe, I've used it 3 or 4 times this week to the point that this is the video I wanted to record today. And the reframe is this. You don't have to do anything. You get to do stuff. Right? You don't have to do stuff, you get to do stuff. Anytime you're telling yourself, I have to do this, you're deciding that this is going to be negative and irritating. If you can reframe the sentence and say, but I get to go and do a tech check. So I get to do a tech check to set up my gear, to make sure it's perfect, for the privilege of getting to speak in front of a group of people the next day, 500 people who want to hear my ideas. And anytime, anything I could think of, any frame that I could think of in which I had to do something, I had to go do some grocery shopping. That's terrible. I get to go to a grocery store that has the kind of products that I want to eat to create something that allows us to have an amazing meal together as a family. Almost anything that I look at where I used to say I have to, as soon as I reframe it as I get to, everything changes. And I want you to share this with your children. Anytime you catch your children saying, I have to, say to them, no, rewrite that sentence and say, I get to, and explain to me why. Because when you explain to others why, you're explaining to yourself why, and good things happen. This reframing will change everything. But I want to bring it back to presentations. Because if there's one thing I've heard time and time again throughout the 25 years I've owned Missing Link, it is this. I have to do a presentation, thus we need your effect. No, you get to do a presentation. Look. Let me let this sink in for you. Presentation is a privilege. The idea that you get to stand up and share the ideas that are inside your head with the other humans is an absolute privilege. And as soon as we stop seeing it as a grudge purchase, something we have to do, and understand that it's something that we get to do, that we get to share our ideas, that we get to talk about what we think the future of this business should be, that we get to make observations on the thing we've been working on for the last 6 months. As soon as we realize that it's a privilege, well, then we'll start realizing that we should take it more seriously. As long as we see it as a grudge purchase, oh, I have to do another presentation. No wonder it's so bad. You're going to do the bare minimum because you don't see it as something. You see it as something you're doing for them, not that something that they're allowing you to do for you. And ladies and gentlemen, it absolutely is. Every time I get to stand on the stage is an opportunity for me to engage with other people in a better way. I grow my business through stage marketing, right? Like I get on stage, I do a presentation and people engage with us. Might not be tomorrow, might be next year, but it always happens. And it allows us to keep our business going day in, day out. Presentation is a privilege. Never forget it. And once you understand that, remember, you don't have to do a presentation, you get to do it. So if you get to do something, do it right. That's the thought. Share it. Put a post-it note on front with HTGT, right? Have to, get to. Put it on your computer screen, and every time you find yourself having to do something, stop and realize for a second that you get to. Because I promise you, there are other people that don't, and they wish that they did. Until next time, lead loud.